Hey guys, and welcome back to my small layout, my first radius layout. A little bit of progress. I've ordered some more stuff. Recently I've just been really busy, haven't had time. I've bought a load of stuff but haven't got round to it, so I'm slowly getting back round and doing the reviews and stuff. So I bought a good shed, which I haven't done a review on yet. I bought this girder bridge and some rolling stock. The rolling stock's already up. Now my idea was that when I was looking at the layout, I thought, well, this is just some boarding, first radius curves and some foam cut into mountains. So I was on Hattons, I saw the girder bridge, it was £5. I thought, hell, why not? I'm sure I can make it work somewhere on the layout. So that came a couple of weeks ago, and basically what I decided to do with it then was to measure a space for a single girder bridge to fit within the wooden planks. I had screwed it all back together, all the batten back together, and then where the riverbed, or basically where the land underneath, I'm not sure whether I'm going to go for river, or whether I'm going to go for just some low-lying land. I basically screwed another piece of wood underneath that just so I've got the structural rigidity is there, and it can basically just be modelled on now. The bridge is sitting in place. I've got one at the front of the layout, one at the back, but the one at the back will probably make way because I'm going to put up a partition for the back part of the railway to disappear with a scene setter, and then I'll build the foam back in front of it again, rather than having the foam as a tunnel and a mountain that it just disappears into, because it's such a small layout that too much of the foam just looked absolutely ridiculous. If you've watched the last video, it just towers above everything. It didn't look right. I wasn't happy. So I had some time to think about it. I decided, yes, the cut foam will be back. It'll be the river banks, but it will also be in front of the scene setter. If you get me, there'll be a backdrop scene on plywood. I've got some thin sheets of plywood, which I'll show you in a bit. Obviously put the scene on that, and then where the tunnel disappears into that, basically it'll be foamed up. So you can see some of the foam I've been cutting into the riverbed. I will do the banks as well, and on the far left side, other side of the bridge, is where the farm scene is going to be, which is something I always wanted. I know, here are the windows, by the way. I know they're not in the good shed yet. I will put them in. I've just been busy. So you can see what I mean about the bridge here. I've cut it into layout. As you can see, if I zoom out, it's still small. It's still tiny. It's like 2.5 foot by like 5 foot something. So it's all first radius on the curves. As you can see here. So this is where we can have that board at the bottom. I will do a water effect. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. It's not something I've ever done before. But I'll have a look at some tutorials and stuff to show me how I'm going to do that. Basically now I'm set with the track layout. I'm happy where I want it. I've been umming and ahhing. I've had, serious amounts of track, then little amount of track, and now I think I've settled on like a medium set of track. And I think I'm happy with that. So I've started buying a few scenics here and there. I've bought some hedgerows, which will basically I'll have to section the farm off from the river bank. I quite like these. These really do look realistic, and they were fairly cheap. I got them from Hattons, which I buy a lot of my stuff from. I do buy from other places as well. So I'm happy with those. So they'll go onto the farm. There'll be a farm building. I bought these LMS wagons, which I bought in December as a pre-order. They were due in December and turned up last week. I completely forgot about them. I will get around to doing a review on them. And I think I've got a Loco due soon as well. I need to check on what I've bought. But yeah, basically now this will be the track layout. Nothing is stuck down at the moment. Nothing is bonded. So as you can see, the grass in the background, the grass mat is still sort of sticking up. But the boards won't cut off too much, but they'll come the other side of the track. You can see where Edward is at the back. They'll come there. My scene will go on there. And then you've got the farm area. Oh, I bought some sheep as well. Hey, I wouldn't be Welsh if I didn't buy some sheep. They were like £2-3, so they're alright, not too bad. It was £8 for Bachmann ones, so I just thought, nah, £3 is fine. So things are coming along. It looks more like a layout, more like a railway, that rather than just a load of foam cut into some quarry mountains and some sidings. It was bothering me. It didn't look right. And the whole idea is to show that you can have a layout, first radius, plenty going on in a minimal space. Here's the package of the sheep I bought, by the way, in case you're interested. So yeah, I'm the moment, the boards that are going to be at the back with the scenes on are quite short. I've got some quite short boards. I've got 2 of them, but I may go a little bit higher. I haven't decided yet. So here they are. They're like, as you can see, really thin. But if I will put some batten on the back of it. You can see roughly that's where I plan to put it. I'll put 2 of them together with some batten so it sticks down nicely, and I'll screw it to the board. And if I keep them backboard short, it means that I can go to the side, of the right side of the layout. There's lots of space. If there's a derailment behind it, I can still put my hands in and get the logos out. So things are starting to come along a bit. It may look like a bit of a step back from last time, but I actually feel like I'm getting somewhere a bit more, because model railways aren't cheap, and I don't want to just do any old thing and just be like, there we are, there's a first radius layout, here's some buildings that I just bought from Hornby, didn't put much effort in, stuck it all down, there we are, look, you can have a first radius layout, happy days. I want to show you can have a first radius layout with an oval of track and it still look good, still look nice, especially if you're new like I am to this. As I say, I started in October, which funny feels like yesterday because I haven't had much time to get things done. But I don't want to be just like, buy the general track mat, couple of first radius curves, stick it down, there we are, there's a layout, here's some logos, happy days, anyone can do it. Because that's not what anybody wants to do. A lot of people want to put the time and the effort in and make it the way that they want it to be. And at the end of the day, if you just got an oval of track with a train going round, it just looks like you stuck it to a board and that's it. The idea has always been my idea, is a first radius layout. But given give it some sort of look that it's bigger than what it is, if you catch my drift, you can't just see the train go round and round, it will disappear. There are sidings, there are buildings, there are things going on. There will be mail collection and drop off point, which came in a train set that I bought, but I'll definitely add that to it because it gives it a bit more. Yes, and again, I didn't want to just have a fiddle yard, a massive fiddle yard, because I want to be able to give locos, a running period, especially when you buy new ones as well. And as I say, most of my locos are new. I think there's only a few Thomas and Friends ones I bought second-hand even. So yeah, if you're planning on building a layout, just remember you don't have to have loads and loads of room. That's how I started off in October. I had 8 foot by 5 foot and it was massive, and every room I put it in, it was just cumbersome and a bit of a nightmare, and the long-term expense would have been ridiculous. So I decided for now I will build my small layout. This is my small layout, and just show that you can have fun with it. Obviously, if you want a million trains running at once, it's not for you. But if you just want a nice little layout, you want to run some locos, you enjoy a bit of detail, you want to learn some stuff, like myself, then I think this is the best way to go, especially for me anyway. And building my boards myself and going that way. Like, if you look back at my early videos, originally before any wood, I started with a massive sheet of foam, which, as you can see, is what I'm using now to carve out these things. And I was just going to put some track in it and cut into the foam, and there we are, layout done. But then I realised that's not what I want. I've seen videos on YouTube where somebody builds a layout with two radiuses of track, say third and second, sticks some buildings to it, spray paints it in their garden, and bam, layout, there we are. Well, yeah, technically that is a layout, but is that your layout? Is that what you wanted? It's best to take your time over these things. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Sorry it's not the best video. Sorry if you think it's a bit of a step backwards from the previous 2 episodes. But hey, if you don't enjoy something or you don't like it, then, don't do it. Change it. Make it the way that you want it. So just a quick note at the end of the video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been giving me some advice in the comments section, who's been liking the videos, who's been, the people who've been supporting the channel. Considering probably some of this is quite cringy or probably hard for the long-term modelers to watch, as I'm new to it and haven't really got that much of a clue what I'm doing. But I'm giving it a good go, and just to show you that I haven't sold out and just made Thomas videos. They are good fun, and I have had a laugh with them, but this is still the goal. So yeah, just wanted to be a little bit soppy at the end of the video here and just say thank you for supporting me. I do put quite a bit of effort into my videos, and it does mean a lot. So hopefully you'll like the video, give me subscribe maybe, and follow my progress. And any tips or hints or anything you can give me, even places you think I should buy, let me know.